And he just took this piece of clay, and he formed it. He formed it, he made it. He fashioned it to make it look just like himself. God did this. God formed this thing out of the dust of the earth. And then, after he formed it, made it look just like himself, he breathed into it the breath of life. His very presence, the presence of God, which is love, poured into man, which is supposed to look just like that, just like God. God is love. We are to be this spitting image of our Father, which is love. So God, I just ask for the sweetness of heaven right now to come through what I'm saying to every person, that they understand that they're loved. They're loved by God. Whether their understanding is at the place to receive that today or not, Father God, I ask for each person to understand the love of God tonight. Not by their own human intellect, not by their own human understanding do we receive the love of God or understand the love of God, because the love of God is beyond our human understanding. You see, we've had this thing of God on a box. We see God in a certain way. His sweetness is much greater than what you've ever experienced. His love goes so much deeper than what you could ever know. His love is amazing, it is vast, it's wide and it's deep. And you'll never, ever to get to the bottom of it. And you'll never sin to the top of it. You'll never go this way or that way to get away from it. He's always and always will be love, because that is God. And we're made in his image. We are to reflect that very being of God. God is love. You see, so for so long, I went to the Bible as a book of principles. I went to the Bible with my own understanding of what the Bible said, instead of coming to him like Paul did and said, I know nothing but Christ and him crucified. I know nothing tonight except Christ and him crucified. You see, meaning of myself, I can do nothing. I can't get the next word out without his help. Without his ability to say the next word, I can't say the next word. Without him, I'm just ignorant, just like the rest of us. All of us are ignorant without him. I don't care how much education we have. I don't care if we have a 7-year degree. I don't care if we've been in school of our life and we're 50 years old. Made it a habit of going to school. You can never learn so much that you outdo God and the mind of God and who he is. You see, he's forever. He's always been, always will be, and always loves you. Now, I saw this, and this is a word for somebody. I'm going to get right back into my message, but I saw this, and I actually gave this word to somebody else this week. But I saw this for several of you that are going through things right now during the holiday season, and you're so frustrated with different things of your family, friends, co-workers. And you hang out with these certain people you have called friends. And you're frustrated. And the frustration is for your good, not for your evil. It's not for evil. God means it for good. You see, you've been hanging out with chickens. These people have characteristics of chickens. They're not eagles, and you're an eagle, and you're hanging out with the wrong crowd. You see, there's a big difference between a chicken and an eagle. Galatians 5, at the end of the chapter, and we'll read it later, talks about watch out. If you bite and devour one another, you'll be consumed by each other. If you bite and devour one another, you'll be consumed by each other. This is what the Word of God says. And this is the difference between an eagle and a chicken. A chicken can't get off the ground. An eagle can fly. And he sees things through a different pair of eyes from a heavenly realm instead of an earthly realm. A chicken can't see past its front door. Can't get past its chicken yard. An eagle can see for miles around. It sees from the throne of God. It sees from the heavenly realm looking down on things. And you try to describe that to a chicken, he's not going to understand it. And that's your frustration. Unless they're willing to grow with you, you can't hang out with them. They're going to frustrate you and you're going to frustrate them. Some people in your life you've got to let go of. They'll hold you back. And this is love too. This is love also. I had to learn that the hard way for many years. I tried to hang on to chickens. God has some things for us that we are going to be receiving from the Lord. But we have to be